Hey, what's going on? What's going on? CoinOpTV subscribers, Robert Welkney here, gonna live stream on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/CoinOpTV. It's almost the end of 2018. We're getting ready for 2019, and I wanted to make one more video for fun, just to kind of chat it up there and talk to you guys and gals on my YouTube channel before the year is over. And I thought, you know what? Let me talk about sort of my 4K Blu-ray collection, because that's something that's fairly new to me, something I'm sort of excited about. I mean, I'm a fan of movies and TV, and I do like to have a big, large DVD and Blu-ray collection, and now I'm sort of working my way into my 4K collection. I only have about 21. I'm not going overboard, going nuts with these. Just picking and choosing some of the movies that I really love. And then a lot of them I'm like trading in my old Blu-ray or DVD and then getting the 4K. But these things are not cheap; they're expensive. So you know, it's kind of a process. You know, you can't just throw money away. I'm not made of money. So let me get my laptop over here and see. You know, I want to definitely give some shout outs to whoever is in, whoever's popping up in chat and live there. Hopefully everybody is doing well and getting ready for 2019. Hey, I see Boss King and Gavin both saying hi in chat, and Edward Sanchez Productions is in chat. So shout out to you. Okay, so I got about 25. I'm just going to kind of show you the cover, give you a quick thoughts onto the movie or the 4K Blu-ray, and you know, this is just kind of a casual fun video. If you have some that you recommend, let me know in the comments below. So first up, I picked these up during Black Friday, John Wick 1 and 2 on 4K. Now, I've seen both these movies, but I haven't watched the 4K versions yet because I just picked them up at Black Friday, and I'm waiting till it gets a little closer to John Wick 3, and then I'm going to rewatch 1 and 2 again. But I heard that this was like a 2K rezzed up to 4K, so might not be the greatest, but this one is probably a little more faithful. So looking forward to checking out some John Wick 3. It's John Wick is like a silly series. It makes no sense. The action's a little over the top and crazy, but it kind of reminds me of like some classic Hong Kong cinema, some early John Woo stuff, and that's kind of what I like about that. So picked up Predator, the Arnold Schwarzenegger, the original version, not to be mistaken with The Predator, the most recent one. This actually turned out to be a pretty good, faithful transfer disc there. Granted, I think I got it for 20 bucks. If you can get these for like 15 or 20, it helps a lot, because when they're like 30, 40, that to me, that price is just like way too high. Hey, Isla's in chat and says, hey, and Ricky's in chat. What's up? Happy holidays, all you guys. Now, if you haven't seen the original Predator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, this one is classic, still holds up. 80s action at its best, and the transfer looks pretty good. I was impressed with that. That was a good buy. Here's a movie called Hell or High Water. A lot of these are more on the adult side. This is rated R. Chris Pine and Ben Foster and Jeff Bridges. I saw this in the theaters with a friend of mine, and I haven't watched this yet on video, so I don't know how the quality shapes up, but really awesome movie. I should put this in the queue to watch soon, but fun movie. Definitely check it out. It's kind of like a Western, a modern day Western. Okay, this one I just picked up over Black Friday, Logan. I know you're saying, Rob, how could you not get Logan on day one? Well, again, these are expensive, and I'm not made of money. So I picked up Logan for, I think, 10 bucks during Black Friday, and I just watched it. This is the special version that has like the black and white noir version. It's got like four discs in there. And I just watched this recently. Man, Logan, I think Logan is better the second time around, because you kind of know what's coming and you can kind of absorb what to expect and sort of appreciate, what's going on. But looks great, picture is great. That's definitely a buy. This one I just watched the other day, The Martian. I picked up the extended cut, which I'd never seen before on 4K. The thing about The Martian is apparently all the live action stuff is in 4K, but the effects are in 2K, and I thought I would be able to notice that, but when I was watching on my TV, I didn't really notice anything really that stood out that was like anything jarring. But if you've never seen The Martian, great science fiction movie, deserved more views, more accolades. Matt Damon did a great job. Ridley Scott, of course. Let me jump over to the chat. Ricky says, nice. Titus says, do you know you should make more Skylander videos? Well, you know, there's not really a lot of new Skylander stuff out there to talk about. So we'll see. We'll see if there's ever some new Skylander stuff. Hey, FC203 is in chat. What's up? He says, I have the Transformers of last night. It's the worst one in 4K. You know, the only Transformers movie I've seen is Bumblebee. I made a video last week talking about Bumblebee, and I didn't really care all that much for it. We'll see. Here's a couple movies that I like a lot. The Sicario 1 and 2. This visually, Sicario, if you haven't seen that, really hardcore military espionage thriller, great looking transfer. And then I haven't watched Sicario 2 on Blu-ray, but I did see this in the theaters, and you know, it got kind of a bad vibe on Rotten Tomatoes, but I thought it was a great movie, and I couldn't wait to pick it up there. Jake says, I remember Skylander Sparrow's Adventures playthrough. Yes, for all you Portal Masters out there, big fan of Skylanders still. And, you know, what can I say? I got to keep making videos on my YouTube channel and not really doing a whole lot of Skylanders, but I am watching movies, and I thought, you know, hey, let me just jump on and talk about that. Here's my favorite movie of all time, Braveheart. You probably didn't know that, because usually people ask me what my favorite video game is, but nobody really asks me my favorite movie is of all time. Braveheart, picked this up when it came out. The HDR looks nice. The transfer is a little strange in a few places, and my disc actually kind of sputtered a little bit, which was weird. I had to kind of like stop and eject it. I was a little bit bummed about that, but overall, it's great rewatching Braveheart, one of the most action-packed, gory, cinematic movies out there. The music was just kind of nuts. All right, so here's the opposite. The Dark Crystal, I have the tin version of this. Now, very much looking forward to checking out the Dark Crystal Netflix series. We finally got to see some photos, some behind-the-scenes photos of that. And I'm excited. Dark Crystal is a movie I saw when I was a kid. This is the you know, it's funny, on the packaging, it doesn't really say 4K on there, but you know, I know that it is the 4K Ultra because of that. But the transfer on this, you know, this is an old movie. It wasn't really polished when it first came out. You know, it wasn't really like low budgety, but the transfer on this looked a little weird in a few spaces. There was like a shimmy on the screen, kind of some weirdness happening. I don't know if there's a way to clean that up or not, but we'll see. Hey, Toy Movie Bros is in chat. He says, looking forward to the Netflix show. Yes. Jake says, I've been watching this channel since the Skylander videos. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, so here's another classic, Die Hard. Now, the transfer on this wasn't so great either. I kind of wish this was cheaper when I got it. I think it was like 25 bucks. Should be more of like a $10 or $15. Just the transfer was like, first of all, Die Hard's a great movie, but the transfer to 4K, a little bit blurry in areas, and you know, it kind of took me out of the action a little bit because of that. Now, I'm okay with grain and film stock, but the blurry and out of focus, that's something that takes me out of things. So Die Hard, great movie. That transfer, wish it was a little better. Here we go, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I hope that they come out with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 in 4K so that I can have both of those in 4K. It's funny, this is like probably one of the first 4Ks that I picked up, and I remember putting the Blu-ray in one of my players and the 4K in another and going back and forth and comparing. And the quality on Blu-ray is already so great. What you get with 4K mostly is a little more of color detail, the HDR, the hues, the contrast is a little more pronounced, and that's kind of what the difference is. Of course, you have to have a 4K player and a 4K TV. I have the LG B7 series. Jake says, I know as a kid who brags about watching Die Hard and other cop movie shows. What other cop movie shows do you like besides Die Hard? There's a lot. How about gangster movies? Goodfellas. I picked this up over the summer, I think, on a sale. Haven't watched the 4K version yet, but Big fan of Goodfellas, one of my top 10 movies of all time. I should probably pop this on soon. Okay, so here, if you are a 4K person and you have a 4K TV and you're a movie collector, you got to get Mad Max, The Fury Road. This, first of all, this movie is amazing. It's awesome. It probably should be in my top 10 movies of all time. But the transfer and the picture, everything is so clear and smooth and juicy. The colors just pop right off. Everything looks great. The story is great. It's like a big giant action fest for like 2 hours. It's pretty insane. The only thing I don't like about the movie is sometimes Tom Hardy's voice, you know, something about Tom Hardy when he talks, his voice is kind of weird or something. But that's the only thing I don't like. But everything about Mad Max Fury Road, good stuff. And that disc looks great. I picked that up last year. I actually bought that before I had a TV and a Blu-ray player when it came out on Black Friday the previous year, 2017. Gosh, that seems so long ago. I was preparing to get a 4K TV, which I got for my birthday this year in May. So I'm sort of new to the game there. Hey, Pete Diddy, Tube is in chat. Says, I never catch your live videos. Wow, this is amazing. I jump over and check out some of your live videos from time to time. Jake says, I plan to see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse soon. I give that a thumbs up. I liked Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse a lot, although I did have some weird issues with sort of the focus and sort of the jitter animation style. Kind of made me get kind of a little bit of a headache and played kind of tricks with my eyes. Jake says, I really don't watch that many movies. Okay, that's cool. Maybe you watch a lot of Netflix stuff or TV. How many of you guys have seen Unforgiven? This one I picked up not long ago. I rewatched this. Again, this is an older movie. Transfer isn't that solid, but it's kind of like the best you can kind of get with the old transfer to the 4K. The reason why I wanted to check this out is mostly for the HDR. You can't see the price tag there, but the HDR, again, kind of crushes the contrast, gives you a little more dynamic range. I mean, that's what it's called, HDR, dynamic range there. The only really way to sort of compare is if you watch like a regular Blu-ray next to the 4K on two great TVs to sort of see the difference. It just looks like somebody's tweaking things a little better for the HDR. I got a few more to go here. Appreciate everybody who's sticking around and chat, talking movies. This one I got for Christmas from my parents. Shout out to my parents. Mission Impossible Fallout. This is the most recent Mission Impossible. I haven't watched the 4K yet, but I did see this in the movies, and I thought it was like the best Mission Impossible movie. I'm a fan of the Mission Impossible series, although 1 and 2, hard to watch those now. But if you've never seen any of the Mission Impossible movies, just start with 3. Go to 3 and work your way up. 3, 4, 5, and 6 there. Those are the way to go. This version came with a collectible booklet, which is cool. So looking forward to rewatching that. I plan on eventually getting the other Mission Impossible movies like 3, 4, and 5 on 4K if they ever go on sale. You know, a lot of times I kind of waiting for sales or Black Friday. Again, these are expensive, so try and get them when you can on sale. Jake, whoa, we're in the presence of a lot of people watching right now. I'm not sure I'd say a lot of people. I mean, I never get a lot of people watching my live stream, so whoever comes in, I'm just happy. All right, I just rewatched Avengers Infinity War, and I picked this up again on Black Friday for, I think, $15, which is a steal, I thought, because it's still a fairly new movie. Man, Avengers, when I saw it in the theaters, first of all, I'm a big Marvel comics fan in general, Marvel comics fan. When I saw this in the theaters, I was a little bit overwhelmed. I was like, wow, there's so much going on. There's so many characters. Much like with Logan, watching this on the second time at my home, my screen, my couch, I was able to sort of absorb and enjoy and appreciate a little bit more. And I liked Avengers Infinity War much more. And looking forward to Endgame, of course, when that comes out next year. This transfer looks amazing. Of course, a lot of it's CGI and effects. Marvel, Disney, they did a great job with the Avengers transfer. This one is definitely a buy. Okay, so I'm a fan of the Planet of the Apes series. I remember the old movies and the TV show. So I picked up all 3 of the Planet of the Apes movies. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Of course, this is actually a 2K transfer onto 4K, so not real legit. And then the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which I'm bummed I don't have the slipcase cover for that. And then most recently, I picked this up during Black Friday, the War for the Planet of the Apes. Now, They're all great movies. It's always hard to distinguish which one is my favorite, but I still think the Rise of Planet Apes I like the most. So I'd probably go Rise of Planet Apes, then War, and then Dawn if I was to put them in my order. Let me know in the comments below or the chat what your order is. Haven't rewatched these yet, even though I picked them up. I'm going to do a little Planet of the Apes marathon. Hey, Chloe's in chat. Shout outs to you. Toy Movie Game Bros. Man, I need Mission Impossible Fallout. Best action movie so far in the series. Yes, Mission Impossible Fallout was great. Hey, Johnny's in chat. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, last one. Saving Private Ryan. One of the greatest movies ever. One of the greatest war movies, action movies, cinematic movies. Just acted movies. I mean, Tom Hanks, Matt Damon, even some of the side characters are just very classic and great. This transfer looked pretty good. It's mostly about the HDR again, not so much the 4K and the resolution. I mean, this was on film, so you're going to have some film grain and from the transfer. For those that aren't familiar with cinema and things like that, now movies are shot digitally, so there's no like pixel and artifacting and grain. Back in the days of this movie, 20th anniversary, film and film stock, so when the light would shoot through the film, you'd see sort of grain on the screen. But anyway, great movie if you haven't seen Saving Private Ryan. This is a great disc there. So there you go, 25 total. I just thought, hey, you know what? I'm probably going to buy some more in 2019. I want to get the Superman 4K. Again, I want to get some of the other Mission Impossible movies on 4K. Maybe Jack Reacher. I'm waiting for these to be like on sale. Check them out. So let me know what's in your 4K or Blu-ray or DVD, or even if you're collecting VHS collection. You know, let's just talk movies in the chat there. So Jake says, good movie, I think. I think he's talking about Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Yes. So Jake says, what do you guys think about a possible Skylanders remaster? Is there rumors of that? I think it'd be great. They should just re-release all the original Skylanders on a collection and let us use our toys and things like that. Chloe says, I'll watch Eddie and the Eagle movie. My favorite. Oh, yes, Hugh Jackman is in that. Policio, Dog Present, your favorite movie out of your collection. Just of the 4K collection, I have to say probably... I probably rewatch Mad Max Fury Road the most over and over again so far on the Blu-ray. And maybe Guardians of the Galaxy 2 over and over again. Although I prefer Guardians 1, but you know, we're just talking about 4K. So, all right, I guess I'll wrap up this video. Hey, I think this is definitely the last video I'm doing for 2018. Thanks to all you guys and gals who have watched my videos or found my YouTube channel. If you're brand new, please subscribe, hit the bell, keep it real. Hopefully we'll see you in 2019. Probably some more gaming videos, maybe some more vlogs, one-on-one live stream. Let me know what you guys want to see. And for CoinOpTV, that's it for this video. Have a nice New Year's, Happy New Year's, and everything else. We'll see you next time.